Welcome back now. Derek's been at the Ploughing Championships all morning.
And with him now is two of the finest men in Irish sport. Mike Ross, love that. Derek, it's over to you.
Two of the finest men is right, lads. Welcome down here to day two of the Ploughing Rataniska. We have a massive crowd down here. The sun is shining. We've landed down here at the Zurich Insurance Tent, the Row 12, Block 2, 196. Davy Fitz and Mike Ross are with us. Good morning to you, gentlemen.
Morning.
Morning, Derek. How are you?
Davy, you brought the sunshine from Clare.
I did. Big change from last year, but you know what? As you know, the weather has been unreal these few days, and just to get out and enjoy it is important. I don't know if we've long left with this time of weather.
Till Sunday.
Yeah. Well, listen, let's enjoy it. And it's great to see the crowds like it.
Absolutely. And speaking of crowds, Mike, it's a great day for family to come down here and enjoy it, isn't it?
Yeah, I've heard it called the electric picnic of farming, and that's not too far off. I've been going to them for years. It's been a while since I've been to one, but it's exactly pretty much how I remember it.
Let's get into farming life, Davy. We were talking about it earlier on because you were from a farming background yourself with your uncle.
Yeah, I suppose from about the age of maybe 4 or 5, he used to collect me of a Friday. So we did get up around 5:30, 6, milk the cows on Saturday morning, deliver bottled milk in Limerick during the morning, back out, clean the sheds, do whatever. I suppose that went on for maybe 10 or 12 years or that way, so it did, and I actually loved it, and I'm back at it again. He got sick a few years ago, so I'm back doing it again.
Yeah, and of course your wife involved in the farm. You have a little spot there in Bruff, my home turf in Limerick.
Yeah. So we, my uncle's married to Deborah. And they have a farm there in Bruff, so there's a bit of Limerick, and my mother's Limerick as well.
Limerick as well. So
we all have our troubles, by it.
We all have our crosses to bear. Yeah. And of course, Mike, you're involved in the dairy industry down in Cork.
Yeah, I grew up in a dairy farm, so my folks still have it, and they run it in partnership with my brother. So I grew up milking cows, carrying buckets of feed, usual thing.
And you've still got the farm down there in Mallow?
Yeah.
North of Mallow,
yeah. Ballyhooly to be precise. Yeah, that's they're still working it.
I mean, you're in the heart of the Golden Vale. It's great agricultural land down there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad. It's great land down there. Yeah. Now, you're an ambassador with Rugby Players Ireland and also the Tackle Your Feelings programme. Tell us about that, Mike.
Yeah, look, it's just a bit of... it's a programme that was introduced by Rugby Players Ireland to help people deal with mental health issues, because I think the idea was if a big, strong rugby player can talk about their feelings, and why can't you, So they've rolled out to schools. They're kind of targeting the farming community now because, being a farmer can be tremendously isolating and tough. A lot of lads work on farms on their own, and ladies, so it can be difficult at times because, if you're a dairy farm, it never stops. It never stops. You always have something to do, so it can be quite difficult to get out, meet people, and expand your horizons.
Yeah, so Mike, how important is it for, I suppose, farmers and people in rural communities to reach out and access those services?
Very important, because if you're stuck in the farm all day and you're talking to no one but yourself, that can be tremendously hard to deal with. And you see a lot of farms being under pressure. The weather this year has been pretty bad. Wet spring, that puts pressures on farming incomes, and that leads to a lot of stresses. And if you don't have, the creamery's gone pretty much, right? So I remember being a young fella going down to the creamery, and my dad would be catching up with other lads around the place, but that kind of social circle's gone, so you have to try and find different places, maybe whether it's the Mart or, lots of people go down to the pub, but it can be difficult to get off the farm.
And I suppose you're speaking firsthand from it yourself, because your brother Andrew unfortunately lost his life back in 1997.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. No, he was quite young. He was 16 at the time. So, but yeah, there has been an epidemic of suicide and that kind of thing among farming families, because a lot of different stress factors, as I mentioned earlier, and a lot of that type of thing can be out of your own control. You can't control what the weather's going to do, you can't control what the prices are going to do, and that can be very stressful.
Davy, we'll move on to the highs and lows of your career, because you've had plenty of them with Clare GAA. You've closed the door on Waterford, and you're up to County Antrim.
Yeah, I probably didn't expect to be going up there, but it is, it's another chapter, and it's an exciting chapter, one I'm looking forward to, and you never know what any day brings in the GA, I'll tell you. And it was a great year for Clare this year, so delighted for my own county. Yeah.
And we were down in Fecal for the Up for the Match special we did, and I mean the whole community, there was about 300 of them came out to see us, and it was amazing, the atmosphere, and I suppose all of Clare was lit up for the final, weren't they?
The one thing Clare can do is celebrate, there's no fear of that, and they did that, but I know a lot of them lads, and they're great lads, and they deserved it, so they'll be going back next year, trying to do back-to-back, so try and take care of you lads if we can.
Absolutely, and I mean Cork had a good run as well this year, didn't they, Mike?
Yeah, I was watching the final and they just about lost out, you know. Of course, we would have been insufferable if we had won it, so there is that.
Davy, back up to Antrim, because you must know the roads pretty well now, up and down the country. What's your schedule like over the coming months, especially coming into winter now? It's going to be pretty tricky, pretty difficult.
Well, I think there's a change this year. I think we're not back training until into December sometime, as far as I know, so you won't be starting back till December. You'll get probably 2.5 weeks before Christmas, then off for Christmas, and then you'll have probably 3.5 weeks to get ready for the National League. Like with the split season there, it's different, like, so you have X amount of months, and it's good that the players are getting probably that small bit more of a breather. I think that's important as well, that they get a small bit time off. And but I'm looking I've been going up Tantrum for years.
You're going up twice a week, is it?
There'll be 2 or 3 times, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going up and down there probably every summer for the last 20-25 years, and love it up there, and it's about time I helped out, like,
yeah.
You know, so
it's about time you did something useful.
Yeah.
Mike, of course, with the URC, the clash against Edinburgh, how's it looking now, shaping up for Leinster?
I think pretty good. I mean, I was watching some of the pre-season games, you know, where you get to see a lot of the next generation of players coming along, so to speak. And you know, they lost against Bordeaux, who will be a bit further along in their preparations, but they had a good win then against Northampton. So, you're not going to see most internationals for the first couple of weeks, but it's a good shop window for the younger lads coming through to put their own marker down and show what they can do and push for places.
And in terms of the national team, of course, we have Simon Easterby. He was just appointed interim manager now for the upcoming season for the Six Nations, and of course the summer tour as well. How is he going to shape up with that?
I think well. I mean, like, Simon's been around that environment for a long time, so a good pair of hands to put the team into while Andy Farrell's off with the Lions. You know, so I'd like them. I have no fear that he'll keep the momentum going and hopefully have another good Six Nations and awesome series.
All right, so all to play for. Anyway, before we let you go, lads, we couldn't leave you without a bit of a challenge. Are you up for a challenge?
Are you up for a challenge?
I had Dennis Leamy doing a finger wrestling challenge in Tip about 3 weeks ago.
He's big fingers, that fella. Like.
He does. He has massive fingers.
Let's get it. We're going to do the hang tough, right?
All right, we got the crowd behind us here this morning.
Okay, so Mike, here you go.
No,
Derek, here you go.
A bit less ballast than I have.
Now,
You know?
have you seen the size of his arms?
The rugby player versus the weatherman.
All right, here we go now.
Are we ready to get going?
Yeah.
Okay, I say go, throw your legs over the
About
front.
100 kgs. He's like a big bull.
Yeah, he's going to be good. 3, 2, 1,
Here we go.
Okay.
Right, Mike.
Now the weatherman, hang on there. You better hang on.
I'll hang on all day.
He should be here for 3 minutes, Mike. No fear of you there, Mike.
Here we go
How
now.
you feeling, all right?
Have we got the box
ballast.
on? Have we got the box
You're
on?
good.
The ballast.
You're good. You're good.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
good.
we're all good. Look,
Come on. Your man's showing off like usual. And he thinks there.
Don't be doing that now, Davy Fitz.
Come on, stay with it now. Stay with
We're
it.
taking on Cork now in the
Mike,
All-Ireland.
don't let him away with it. Stay with it now. Stay with it. Come on.
CrossFit challenge.
Come on. Stay up there now, bud. Stay up there.
Come on,
How's
give
things?
a bit of support here.
Come on, get behind him there. Good stuff. And Derek, keep it going. Mike, stay there.
He's going.
We're holding on.
Mike, stay there. Mike. Don't come down, Mike. Oh, man. Okay, come down there, you show off.
Move on to the scrummaging section.
All right, come on, Mike. All right, could be a sign for the All-Ireland next year. Anyway, from Mike and Davy, from me and all the gang here at Ratheniska in County Leash. Back to you guys in Dublin. Good man. Woo.
Fair play.
There's a big cheer
That's
there.
not fair. A big prop forward having to do that up against Derek. Tell you what. Well done to
It's all
Davy
about your
and Mike
proportions,
Ross.
isn't it? I suppose when he's very heavy.
He's
Yeah.
holding a lot there, big Ross. You know, he carried Ireland's scrum for years, so well done.
Well done.
Very
Yeah.
much.